Hello, my friend. Alicia Lynn Diaz here, the creator of the Enlightened Body System and the Soul of Healing Summit. Happy New Year! Can you believe that we are off to a new start in 2019? 2018 was such an incredible year, and life just keeps getting better and better. So I wanted to take a moment today to share with you some of the deeper psychology around actually manifesting and hitting your health goals for the new year. Because one of the things that I see so often is that people set out, and whether it's a new year or just a new day, anytime that you're wanting to transform your habits and create better health for yourself, or really manifest anything in your life, you have to hit 5 things. And I'm going to go through those 5 things. And then I also want to invite you to a training next week that I'm doing live next week. The link should be at the top of this Facebook post. There's a live training next week, Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. Pacific, where I'll go even deeper into the 5 things that I'm going to share with you right now. But these are the 5 essential things that you must have in place if you're going to actually manifest and be able to follow through with your New Year's health resolutions or just your goals for the new year in any area of your life. Of course, in the training, we are going to focus on health and what you can do to reset your gut and your energy immediately. So go ahead and join me for that training. It's a free training happening next Tuesday. But what happens when we set a goal? So let's give a little bit of context here. So when we set a health goal to work out more or to eat healthier or whatever the case may be, think more positive thoughts, right? Have less stress, whatever the case may be for you. Totally agree, Pete. Don't make resolutions, set a new standard. I couldn't agree with you more. I actually don't believe in resolutions because usually they're not commitments to ourselves. Like, oh, that would be nice. I'm going to try to do this thing, right? So I'm totally with you on that, really to set a new standard for your life and living. But what if you could manifest those goals or the intentions that you desire without so much hustle and willpower and grit, right? Because ultimately that's going to end up dying. Like that's going to end up burning you out. And so you want to create a new behavior in such a way that it's easy and that just becomes a part of your identity. And so that's what I've been doing in the Enlightened Body System the last few years that I've been guiding my students and clients through. But there are 5 things that you need to be able to ensure that whatever your intention is for your health, for your life, that you're trying to raise your standard into, you need these 5 things first. So let me just talk a little bit back. So Pete, you can register for the free training next week. Should be a link on this video. I'd love to see you guys there. It's at 3:30 p.m. on Tuesday, January 8th. And I'm going to deep dive into all of these and go deeper into the 5 things. But what happens physiologically when we try to make a change is that your body physically becomes almost addicted to the chemicals, the neurochemical pathways that are the chemicals that are usually released into your bloodstream of your past self. So you think a thought, and then your brain comes up with some thought. It makes some meaning around a situation. You don't like the way that someone talks to you, or they talk to you in a certain tone, and you immediately have a thought about what that tone means. Oh, that was a condescending tone. Oh, they were mocking me, whatever, right? There's a thought, there's a meaning that you have been conditioned to make from that external trigger. As soon as you make a meaning, as soon as you have a thought about that thing, your brain sends out chemicals into your blood. These neurotransmitters flood your system and they create an emotional response. Anger, frustration, guilt, sadness, right? Whatever the chemical response. And that pattern, you do that pattern in your physiology over and over and over again, such that every single time there's any external, not even an external trigger, but anytime you have a thought it instantly creates this chemical cascade in your body. And this physiological experience will keep you connected to your past self. So what you're wanting to do when you're setting a health goal is to feel better, right? You want to eat healthier, or you want to work out more, or you want to feel sexy in your body, whatever the case is. Well, you start doing the things, the behaviors that are associated with how you want to feel. And there are good chemicals now released into your body and your bloodstream. And oh my gosh, I feel so good. I get that runner's high when I go for that run, or whatever the case may be. You start feeling good, right? And then you would think that that would be enough to keep you on that path. Unfortunately, it's not, because your body is actually still addicted to the old chemicals that you used to produce, your past self. So then what happens? Oh, wait, I'm not getting enough of that guilt chemical, so let me sabotage myself so I can get that injection of chemicals and hormones into my body so I can feel the guilt again. And of course it doesn't feel good, but it feels familiar. It feels familiar. And so there's a comfort in that. And then, so there's almost a relief in that. So you become conditioned and you just keep sabotaging yourself and doing the things that your past self used to do. So how do you shift? So what we're actually talking about here, and these 5 things that I'm going to give you, that you need all 5 of these things in place in order for the new pattern to become a part of who you are, your identity day to day. It does take some intention. It does take some willpower. It does take a clear decision that you deserve better, that you are worth more, that you are, right, raising that standard for your life. But inevitably, you are going to come up against resistance, and that resistance is to try to make you revert back to the old pattern of chemicals that you're used to feeling in your body. And I want you to know that it isn't your fault, right? So what happens when you didn't know this process, right? So what happens is you maybe set an intention for something and then you don't manifest it. And then there's an added layer of disappointment and failure and self-deprecation. And we actually ingrain more of that in. So you didn't know that this was happening in your physiology. It's a very, very physical phenomenon that is keeping you in this gravitational pull to your past self. So in a moment of choosing, in a moment of drawing a line in the sand and stepping across it and saying, this is who I now am, you're going to use these 5 things I'm going to give you today, and these 5 things in place are going to help you overcome the resistance that comes to choosing a new identity, to being a truer version of yourself, and to help you repattern your physiology from the past neurochemical floodings into something that is more uplifting, more true, more inspiring, more motivating, more energizing for you, more vital for you. Okay, so what do you need to do to make sure that that becomes your reality? The very first thing is why. You need to connect with why you're choosing this. What will it cost you to stay in that old pattern? And what will it give you to break free from that? What is possible in your future? What is possible 1 year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now? Flooding your whole mind and emotional body and your whole physiology with a new thought of possibility, of hope, of why this is important. So take a moment to just take a deep breath, feel into the thing, think about the thing that you most desire to experience this year, and then just feel in your heart, just on an essence level, why is that important to you? Okay, you got the first one. And like I said, we're going to go way more in depth into all 5 of these things in a training next week on Tuesday. Go register it from the link in this video and join me there. But that's the first thing. Now you need these. Once you have your why, you can go through the 4 steps. And if all 4 of these things are in place, you are destined for success. Okay, the first thing when we're talking, because I'm a health practitioner, holistic health practitioner, and so the first thing is you do need for health to reach your health goals a proven roadmap. Now you do need the steps, you do need the behaviors, the things that are actually going to work so that you don't get overwhelmed by information overload. And when I say a proven system or something that has a track record, something that has been proven and that actually works across ideally many, many, many years, decades, hundreds of years, thousands of years. The system of Ayurveda that I studied has been working for thousands of years to bring people back to thriving health and vitality. But you also need something, so I don't believe in one-size-fits-all approaches for health. So it's very, very important that you both have the proven roadmap of a system, but a system that is based in wisdom and a system that is based on your unique body. Something that will help you cut through all the noise and all the conflicting information and understand how you can apply that information and those health behaviors into your unique body type, because every single person is unique and there's no one-size-fits-all approach to health. And the intelligence that is inside every single one of your cells knows what to do when it is supported to unfold. And so we have to remove the barriers from ill health and of fatigue and exhaustion and help the body's own intelligence be released from within. And that's what I mean when I say a proven roadmap that is both personalizable to your unique body as well as connects you with your own intuition, because only you know your body. You know your body better than anyone else, better than any health practitioner or any guide that you have. Okay, so now we're up to the second one. So now we have 3 other pieces that are quicker to fly through, but the third one is you must have mindset strategies. So that the thought patterns that we talked about, the tendencies of your mind to create meanings of the triggers from your external environment and then create that chemical cascade, right? There are proven ways to support the alignment of your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind is responsible for 95% of your actions. 95%, your subconscious mind. So there's a lot of awareness that you need to bring to your conscious mind and to help reprogram the subconscious mind. And you can't do that just by thinking positive thoughts or, simply, right? There's actually a deeper way that you can access the recesses of your subconscious mind to help set you up for success and align your subconscious, all those parts of you that want to sabotage you, align them with your goals and with your truth. Okay? So we're up to 3. And the last 2, the fourth one is simply surround yourself. Hi, Jessica. Thank you, love. So good to see you. Thank you for your comment and your hearts. So the fourth one is make sure you are surrounded by people who love you and appreciate you and see you for your truth. And that will be a stand for you and the truth that you're stepping into. Not just surrounding yourself with yes friends that are going to help you spiral out in self-deprecation or in blaming things outside of yourself of why things don't work or why people are awful or, right? These are self-deprecating reinforcers. What I'm talking about here are friends who love you so much that they would challenge you to staying true to your vision, to helping you grow, and to loving you in that way, right? So people who surround yourself with people who see your vision and that you have declared your vision to, that will help you from an identity standpoint grow. And then that brings us to the 5th one, which is some level of accountability. So when you declare your goals and your gifts and your visions, you also want to be able to be held accountable to moving through the patterns that would potentially sabotage you. So this is where accountability, coaching, mentorship, and peers that will support you, so that when you come up with against resistance, you move through it, and then you create those new pathways, new neural pathways that support you into stepping more and more into the truest version of yourself, the most thriving, vibrant version of yourself for this year and beyond. So I hope those 5 things helped you today, and I'd love to see you on the live training next week. So please click that link to register. It's a free live training, Tuesday, January 8th, 3:30 p.m. Pacific, 6:30 Eastern. And at the very least, if you can't be there live, I will send out a recording that will be available for like 24 hours or so. So go ahead and register at that link, and at least you'll get all the goodies and details, and about the training, and about the recording and the tips and how to apply that into your life. So sending you so much love, Happy New Year, and I'll see you on the next video.